Cognitivist learning theories. This presentation will discuss several issues related to cognitivist learning theories. What do the theories state or claim? Who are the key thinkers and what's their angle? What are the implications for teaching and learning? What are the key advantages and criticisms? And how applicable is it to higher education practice?
The three main learning theories are behaviorism, where learning occurs through positive or negative reinforcement. Cognitivism depends upon rehearsing information and then storing it for a long-term use. Constructivism, constructing one's own knowledge through group collaboration.
Our focus will be on cognitivism. Cognitivism is the study in psychology that focuses on mental processes. It includes how people perceive, think, remember, learn, solve problems, and direct their attention to one stimulus rather than another. Cognitivism is one of the most perceived learning theories around the world.
The cognitivist paradigm argues that the black box of the mind should be opened and understood. The learner is viewed as an information processor, like a computer. Theory implies that the learning can be explained by analyzing the mental processes.
Cognitive games are used to help stimulate various regions of the brain. These games are used to improve reflexes, promote critical thinking, and help people learn different patterns of association. Cognitive games are helpful when used to learn a foreign language and memorize new material.
The theory states that learning comes with knowledge, skills, and related experiences to the learning situation. It also confirms that learners construct their personal understanding of the content to which they are exposed to through reading, hearing, seeing, and doing.
Cognitive learning models. Gestalt, Ausubel, Genet, and Brunner. Max Wertheimer, Kurt Koffke, and Wolfgang Kohler believed in treating a problem as a whole. One must examine the whole to discover what its natural parts are.
The meaningful learning theory of Ausubel, one of the cognitivist scientists, states that learning results when new information is acquired by linking the new information in the learner's own cognitive structure. Learning occurs during the reception of information.
On the other hand, Brunner said anybody can learn anything at any age, provided it's stated in terms they can understand. While Robert Genet and Pavlov were concerned with signal learning, in which learning occurred through response to precise stimulus.
Cognitivists suggested methods which require students to monitor their own learning. Also suggested methods for the use of learning journals by students to monitor progress and highlight any recurring difficulties and to analyze study habits.
The role of the cognitivist teacher is to assist the learner's application of the proper learning strategies, and the learner is active in the learning process. Cognitive learning teachers view errors as unsuccessful attempts to understand, order, and act upon their environment in ways that make sense to them.
Cognitive theories aim to assist learners in assimilating new information to existing knowledge and enabling them to make the appropriate modifications to their existing intellectual framework. It allows for the use of skill and drill exercises in the memorization of facts.
Cognitivist learning theory cares about the internal processes of learning, such as reception of information, prior knowledge, and experiences. It also cares about external processes of learning, such as assisting learners to develop learning strategies and perform self-assessment.
A key advantage of the theory is that this approach may feel more individualized or personal to the students, who all come with their own backgrounds and knowledge. So improving learners' cognitive ability and critical thinking, as well as increasing teachers' creativity, are remarkable advantages.
Also, cognitive view of learning is that it's easy for people to understand and appreciate, because we are used to thinking of the brain as a computer. Another advantage is that explicit learning of high-level cognitive skills is easily approached and assessed.
A significant disadvantage of the theory is that students are stressed if looking for absolute answers, which leads to the creating of cognitive overload. Another disadvantage of the theory that it is extremely time-intensive on the part of the educator.
The rise of cognitivist learning has had a profound effect on higher education. It meant a shift away from teacher-centered course delivery to more freedom for students to choose the type of learning that suits them best, and also meant more flexibility in curriculum design.
Cognitivist learning shifted away from teacher-centered course delivery to student freedom to choose the type of learning that suits them best. The impact of cognitivist learning on learners is the gradual move away from the more traditional forms of teaching and learning.
Cognitivist learning theory thus confirmed that motivation and beliefs are integral to cognition and social interaction is fundamental to cognitive development. Cognitivist learning has an impact on education, including memory techniques, mental imagery, problem solving, and decision making.